Boom. Let's Be Honest podcast, maddest podcast, baddest podcast, and the saddest podcast. And today we have you're first time here.
On Let's Be Honest,
yeah,
yes.
First time,
yes.
first time. Today we have Naomi, Cowan on the show. Round of applause, guys. Round of applause. We have a studio today. We have a lot of people. Hello. Thank you. And before we start today, already, ding.com, use the code LBA75 to get a discount and send credit all over the world. What's up? How are you?
I'm good.
It's kind of, normally I do Let's Be Honest, then I do toxic talk. You
reverse, you pull out Uno reverse card on me.
Yo, Jono, but here we are. What do you say?
We're here.
So let's start off with where you come from. Are you Jamaican? Background, all of that.
Yeah, I'm definitely Jamaican. Born in Kingston, up the road at UE.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm from New Kingston, like literally, which is not really a place that a lot of
people can come from New Kingston?
That's the first question people always ask me, like, when I say I grew up in New Kingston, them always ask me, where on earth? But there's actually a few little pockets of small residential communities.
Like what, like Trafalgar Park? Like that's
so Trafalgar Park is one of them, but I'm not from there. I'm actually from, I don't know if you call it a scheme or whatever the case is, but it's a road called Gallery Way, which is across from Emancipation Park. Mm-hmm. So I don't live there anymore, obviously.
Is that a dead end?
It's a dead end road. So beside the apartment with the blue awnings, and then before you reach the Flow building, there's like a town. It's not a town hall because they never had a gate, but it's like a scheme. I guess it's a scheme. Okay. It's a scheme, right?
Yeah.
It's like town hall, every house connected, with a dead end.
Complex, same thing.
Right. So, yeah, that's where I'm from.
Okay. And what was it like growing up in New Kingston?
Pure madman. As in, like, it was for me at very least, it was a very adventurous childhood. Simply because where I lived, a whole heap of other picnic did live on my road. Mm-hmm. So as soon as we come home from school, you're outside with everybody on the block. And then somehow our scheme had a backyard behind it. Pure trees and mango tree and plum tree and cherry tree. Ironically, you would never think that there was like trees to climb. So I used to be climbing trees, riding my bicycle. And like every Jamaican picnic, you're doing track and field on the very unpaved road. You know what I'm saying? So for me, growing up was a whole heap of activity, action. I went to Heidel Prep. And I don't know, I had a very fun childhood, I feel like. And then growing up in New Kingston, though, once we were all kind of old enough, which I would never advise children at that age to do now, but once we make a little pocket change, I used to make money like singing for my neighbors and putting on show. So once I could collect enough money, I would either walk down to the gas station, the one right by the Flow, buy a patty and a Pepsi, or walk up to the KFC and get my own food or stuff like that. So where you go KFC on Apple Road? No, in Knottwood Boulevard and Burger King.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I used to walk up there. And then sometimes we used to try sneak into like the Pegasus and Ligani Club to swim in the pool, but like it never worked. Mm-hmm. Like we always had a plan and it never worked. We always had to really like have our parents with us and stuff like that. But that's what it was. I saw a lot of, I don't want to say madmen, but a lot of homeless people around us, but that was just normal. Like enough times, if you leave your bicycle outside for too long,
they're gone. So what about the household? What about like siblings? And
yeah, I grew up in a big family. I'm the youngest of 7. But not all of us lived in the house at the same time because most of my siblings are much older than I am. And they were from previous marriages or relationships my dad had. But at some point in time, there was at least 3 children living in the house at any point in time. Mm-hmm. So it was not a lot of quiet, you know what I'm saying? But it was very safe and very, I would say very loving and chaotic at the same time. Because you don't know how brother and sister life stay. Everybody always fighting. Me and my older brother used to fight like a lot, just for no reason. Just once the war started up inside of us, me a throw pillow at him, him a throw pillow at me, whatever the case is. But at the same time, I think what was so unique is that even though some of us didn't have the same mom, my parents were always there and they were together. So we just felt like we were a family unit no matter what. But interesting times. A lot of artists used to pass through the house as well.
Yeah, I want to get to that because your mom is in music and your dad is in music.
Yes. So our house felt very, as I said, not a lot of quiet. Like any given time of the day or night, somebody at the gate, come look for my father, somebody will come look for, you know what I mean? Like different people from reggae who at the time I didn't really know.
How big they were?
No, I had no clue. Like I just know.
So like who? Like who?
Like Maxi Priest, Papa San. You know, and my parents are very, very, very good friends from a long time, you know.
So was it the dancer Papa San pull up or the gospel Papa San pull up? Oh.
Both, yeah. Dennis Brown, I have vague memories. I never really got to interact with him as much because I wouldn't have been, I don't remember when he died, but he was like someone that was always talked about. And then I knew he would come and like beep at the gate, but he never really come inside.
Yeah.
You know, but he'd be like, oh, Daddy, Dennis Brown is at the gate, always. So that was, as I said, it was very, very noisy, very chaotic.
Yeah. And you already know Bob, right?
Yeah.
So give me a story and tell about Bob.
A story I can talk about? Let's see. I'll tell you a nice one. I mean, not that he has bad stories, but he has personal stories that I don't think the world should know unless somebody from the Marley family shared. But I would say he always talked about how when they were on tour and stuff like that, Bob was always the first to be up and out and ready, which is very opposite to how artists usually are. So in other words, him say, no matter where on the road they would be, he would wake up like 5 o'clock in the morning, go for a walk with his guitar and just write music and write songs and stuff like that. And then come back and be like, yo, I just wrote this song and whatever. So I think that's something that I always remembered. Another thing he would always say is that once the tour was done, he always ensured that everyone was paid like very, very well. So everybody always had almost the equivalent of like a house money or money you could have used to start. Like get a mortgage.
Rich.
I think he was.
I thought rich, sorry.
I don't know what he is now, but I think at that time things were going very well. And another thing, he said that when one of my sisters was born, so not obviously, he did say that once when one of my sisters was born and the minute Bob found out, Bob just like him say, yo, me here say, you have a youth and him just give him $5,000.
All right.
Like just congratulations. Here's our money.
I don't even know what would be the equivalent, but
that's a lot of money.
That's crazy bankroll. You saying crazy bankroll?
Yeah, because Bob died like 1980,
81.
Right? So exactly. So with that said, his generosity.
Crazy bankroll. He's really equivalent to Drake.
Yeah. So he said that just one of the things, he was generous, but like very, I guess, committed to making sure that people are taken care of and stuff like that.
So now. Your mom was always a gospel artist?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, so she, Carly Davis. She was primarily just, doing reggae love songs, stuff like that for a long, long time. And then I can't remember the year, but she was diagnosed with breast cancer at one point in time. And then through that experience, she decided to, change her life in that way and commit her music to gospel and to Christianity and expanding, I guess, the belief of Christ. So she was not always that, but I don't really know the difference because she's always just been a very God-centered person.
Yeah, it's not like lady saw and, then church.
Exactly.
You get what I mean? It's like reggae then church.
Yeah, it's kind of the same thing.
It's like it's time to go reggae, go gospel right
it's
now.
It's not going to be that different, exactly. And on top of that, my mom has always been a woman of prayer, always just been, just a very pure spirit as long as I've known her. So, when the change happened, the biggest thing that changed in my life was that I had to go to church now, which was kind of annoying for me because I love go beach and I didn't really like to go and sit down in church and stuff like that at the time. Obviously, I grew to understand the importance of it as I become an adult, but that was the biggest shift. Was two things, was like going to church, having to go to church, and then I would say even like, she started to dress differently. Just wearing more suits and stuff like that. But otherwise, they've just always been the same people, in my opinion.
So, which high school did you go?
Campion.
Oh, right here. No. So no, was music always the first choice?
It was the last choice. I'll be super honest. It was the last choice. I didn't really want to be in the entertainment industry. I didn't really want to be part of the mess that I saw from behind the scenes growing up. And then on top of that, I think also there's a part of me that just wanted to be my own person, because growing up in this space, being the daughter of, these giants, everybody just would expect that of me. And I have this little thing about me where I don't like to do what people think I'm going to do.
Mm.
I've always been like that. So when it comes to any single thing, like whatever the trend is, I just don't do it. And I've been like that from I was very young. So unfortunately, what that did was it made me very, I was adamant about not doing music because people expected it. Not because I didn't love it, but I was like, I'm going to do something else,
So when you find you good at sing?
I've always known I could sing decently. Like, cause I grew up, I just trained, my ears are trained musically. So that's one. But in terms of when I knew I could actually like do it, I think it was, I think when I when did I realize I could sing? I don't know, Jay.
What? Yeah, more often when people realize them could sing.
But I always been singing.
Yeah, but singing and song good are two different things,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, do it as a career. So what was the first choice?
The first choice was like media and broadcast journalism.
But you can still do that now?
I still do it in its own. I do it on and off, but just in my way now.
Okay.
Yeah.
I get you.
I could still do it now, but it's different because then if I do it now, you just have to be like, for me, I don't like to be in spaces that I'm talking about other people. So I wouldn't necessarily do full-blown entertainment television. It just feels like, for me at least, it feels weird. It's a lot. Do you know what Kim Kardashian was doing this week? Like, what? That's not, for me, that's not substantial. I'll be super honest. So in terms of my desires towards that industry, it was always about telling people stories, finding out like, oh, you're having this content that you're doing now is the type of things I was interested in doing. So I could still do it, but I don't have the time.
Gotcha.
At the moment.
So, and then why reggae music? Could have got dancehall with it.
Yeah.
Could have got R&B.
Very true.
Pop, you name it.
Yeah. So when I decided to do music full time, I was living in Toronto and I had finished university and I was working full time, all the things, whatever. And I was actually singing like every single week at a church over there. And that was really helping me build up my strength as a vocalist. So as you said, there's a point where you can sing and you can carry a tune, and then when you can actually, as you said, properly sing. So I think it's through those experiences of every single week being at church and the rehearsals. So, when I actually added up the hours, I was doing music 12 hours a week plus working full time, and the job I had at the time was in a tech company. So it was like a financial technology company, or fintech as they call it. And I just was very, very unfulfilled. And by this time I had done so much job hunting, and I had really like been hustling for a couple of years after graduating, just trying to like make it through in that space. But the nature of the economy at the time, people just were not hiring like new graduates, which was so insane to me because I went to one of the best schools in Canada for that. Like I got into a very competitive program. Like if you look it up, the school is called Ryerson University. So it was like the top school in Canada. Maybe 75 people got into my program, kind of a thing. So of course you're sold on this dream of like, if you go to this school, you must get through. And it's funny because I always kept trying to start different YouTube concepts, but I never stuck with one. I just didn't find an idea at the time that I really like followed through on. So between maybe what I perceived as my own failure, because I used to struggle with feeling disappointed in myself, like not sticking to one particular idea. Like I would get an idea, do 3 weeks of it, and then like get tired. So that was a struggle on its own. And then of course, working in a full-time job that wasn't fulfilling for me. Those two things combined were just like bringing me into a very deep and dark place, I'll be honest. And just looking around, looking at my life and recognize that nothing is really promised. In other words, you can do all the right things. You know what I'm saying? You do all the right, quote unquote, all the right things. And sometimes things still don't unfold in the way that you expected it to and in the way that you were sold as well. So at that time, I was struggling with a lot of like, as I said, failure, feeling like a failure, feeling depressed about just the state of where I was. And then just recognizing that I can't really trust in anybody but myself and in God. And simultaneously, as I said, I was doing music every week at church. And that was the only time that I really felt like myself. And that's the only time I felt happy. It was the only time I felt alive. I just felt vibrant. And, I just had to, it was a very weird period of like 2-3 weeks of just what people call self-searching, you know? And I said, well, Naomi, like, if you're going to do this, you have to just do it now, because there's nothing else really holding you back. And what's funny is the person I worked for at the time, my boss at the time, like randomly called me into his office and was like, yeah, I'm just having one-on-ones with everybody and I would love to just see how you're doing. And I was like, I'm fine, you know? And he said, Naomi, like a lot of the guys at the office, like the guys I work with, he said, a lot of people say you come from a famous family back in Jamaica. And I said, well, I was like, kind of. And he was just like, but what do you want with your life and in your life? And he said, do you want to build a life here? You know, you want to build your wealth here. You want to have your family in this country. I mean, I also have 2 passports, and at the time, so I could live there if I wanted to.
Canada.
Yeah. And he was like, you know, if you want to build a life here, then stick with us. I'll make sure that, like, you know, you're on path, even if you don't ever work for me after this, whatever the case is. And he said, but if you see yourself traveling, making music, blah, blah, blah. He was just like, I would never hold you back here. He wasn't trying to fire me, you know, but I don't know where he got that little inkling, because by this time I was thinking about moving to Jamaica. So he said, if you ever decide that you want to move back to Jamaica, I will support you. And he said, if you decide, I'll pay you for like 2 months of your salary, even though you're not going to be in office. And he said, just find me a replacement that's half as good as you and train that person. And I would support that transition. So when he said that, I was freaking out, because mind you, I was thinking about it like within the last 2 weeks. So it kind of felt like a sign. And so I took the opportunity. I was like, hell yes. So by that time, like 2 months later or so, I was out. And I don't think I answered the question as to why reggae, but yeah. During that
answer something though.
Yeah, answer something.
Tell you that much.
During that time, I, once again, like a lot of prayer and fasting and journaling and all this kind of stuff. And I just kept getting these messages about reggae, because the type of music I was playing and listening to was very like pop, acoustic, chill, you know, girly pop, whatever type stuff. So I wasn't really interested in reggae. Once again, me being like trying to be different.
I didn't expect it for that.
And then, but once I just kept getting these visions about my family's legacy. That's one. And then on top of that, like understanding the magnitude of reggae. You know, as you know, it's one of those genres that just crosses so many borders. So many people of different backgrounds and cultures love reggae music. It's almost insane. And I grew up seeing that. I remember saying my father go to Japan and this, and him come back with, you know, him always bring back a little thing. And I'm thinking to myself, like, these people do not speak our language and they're in love with our music. That's crazy. So I've had that understanding from a very young age. And so, like I just felt a push to say, like, reggae is your thing. And I just had to say yes, you know what I mean? And then I came home, and then within that year, I put out Paradise Plum and just continued working, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, there's way more in between all of that, but that's the reason why I did reggae music, for sure.
So, there's a lot, but...
Yeah, hush.
You don't worry about all the time.
Let's be honest.
So you having your parents and them being in the reggae industry for quite a while, was that an easy entry to reggae music?
You know, so it was actually more difficult.
For real?
Yeah, it was more difficult because I don't want to say people are waiting for you to mess up, but because I don't feel that necessarily like that kind of a bad vibe from anybody, but it's more that, here why, we love our underdog story.
Yeah, for sure.
The world loves an underdog story. The world loves to be like the girl that came from nothing to something.
And you come from something, you know.
And I come from something. And so it takes them a while to see you for who you are, because they're seeing you for who they think you are. So I would say what was more difficult was being respected, and I don't want to say applauded, but I would just say respected for what I do and my talent, my work ethic, and my authenticity. But once again, this is something I've experienced with or without being a musician. Meaning, in Jamaica, there's been times where if I do a one job, like a media job or whatever, you walk into the room, half of the people are like, oh, who's she think? They already think that you think you're better than them, even though you haven't done anything. You know, so I would say it was easier in terms of my understanding. So me kind of knowing how to function when I go into certain spaces and stuff like that, for sure. But it was more difficult, I would say, to be accepted.
Gotcha.
1000%. But once again, I'm very much used to that. When I say like, from I'm this high, somebody somewhere is going to be like, you think you're something because of who you come from. Yeah.
Come for instance, I'll be sure you know already. I'm telling you something very, very, very important. See, December 28th, we're on Rocky Point, Clarendon. It's all about white sand, seafood, beach, powder, and paint party. And this happened December 28th, as I'm telling you before. And Classic Fresh Cowan will be there, I will be there, and you will be there. A Pity Boss party, so you know it's going to be a very, 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 very great party. The baddest DJs are from all over. And you know it's at Christmas time, so I forgot to enjoy yourself, even at the cold. December 28th, make it there. Back to the show. So question, you being a woman in reggae, was there any challenges just based on the fact that you're a woman, whereas people don't want to open certain doors for you because they want, you know, favors, or you experience that? Or,
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you navigate through that?
Yeah, you're asking how?
Yeah.
You just say no, thank you. I mean, it sucks because you can see where it's like you can tell when certain access is given due to how you behave as a person. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it doesn't really bother me. I just kind of move on.
And it's also reggae though. Do you know reggae stand for like, you know, black woman and child, yeah. You know, and consciousness and all them stuff. And so you would expect that, you know.
But it's not, and I don't even want to say it's in reggae too. It's just in the music in general. So there will be people that are not necessarily reggae focused and reggae centered, but you might have people that they're just in the business and they might be able to assist you, or they might be able to open a door for you or do an introduction for you or something. But then they kind of come with a certain energy along with that. And then when you're not reciprocating that, you see that their offers get pulled back. So for me, I don't think I've ever had nobody has ever directly tried to be like, in exchange
but you can feel the energy.
You can feel the energy. And then what I feel is when they see that I'm not about that, they withdraw that, yo, artist, Ray vibe.
You're not immediately.
Right. Yeah. You see the switch is so obvious. And it's a little disheartening, but at the same time, what it does for me is make my life much easier, because then the people that are around me, that I do work with, that I do collaborate with, as I'm not involved with, they're there for the real thing, which is me. So yeah, it's and I think every industry have that. I think corporate is full of it.
Word.
Yeah. Corporate full of that. I mean, I've seen it. Yeah, I think it's everywhere. I don't even think it's just music. The only reason why I think it feels like it's more prevalent in music is because the music business is so full of like hope. Meaning when someone is young and hopeful and very desperate for that next level, it's easier to take advantage of someone's emotions in that way. Do you feel me? So like if I was in corporate, let's say I was in finance or something, even if there are men taking advantage or women taking advantage, whatever, I still have like my work will show for itself. You get me? The balance book will balance out, and I still get ahead. It might take a little longer, but I'll still get ahead. Whereas in music, so much is based on somebody's decision, opinion.
Yeah, music is not like, with like corporate, somebody have to be in that position.
Right.
But in music, we can't just wait till we find another artist. We don't need to find one right now. Right? So this artist is just a thing in our head that is just not real. But a CEO is a CEO. You need one of them.
Yeah,
you need a manager, you need a secretary.
Yeah, so I think that's why it happens more, because, and I think like in the art space, so much of what an artist does is tied to their heart and it's tied to their soul. So you can really play. You can just really manipulate easily, you know? And I think like modeling is the same too. Cause I remember like when I first moved to Toronto for school, so I mean like, I don't know, 17, 18, and people wanting you to come and like, come take some photos or do some headshots because Ray. But half of them are not real agencies. you know, and half of them are like some weird scamming type thing, or people want you to take some sketchy type pictures. So I think it happens in spaces where people are really passionate about what they do. So.
Gotcha. All right. So who are the people then? Wait, let's talk about women in music, in reggae.
Yeah.
What's that like now? Is there unity there?
Yeah. 100%.
So there's not like a black sheep that's like you be in trouble.
No, you mean one person giving beer trouble? No.
Everybody get along.
I feel like I get along with everybody though.
Okay.
For the most part.
So what about for the OGs then?
Lauren, why you laugh? Sorry. No, I never mean it like that.
If someone there, I know, we'll talk about it, we'll have time.
No, I just said for the most part. In other words, I naturally get along with a lot of people. That's just how I stay.
But I said, you know any beef I want?
In music?
Reggae.
With women?
Yeah.
No, this is not toxic talk.
No, but me asking that for the industry and about beef.
No, I don't, not that I know of.
That was in New Zealand have beef. R&B people beef.
I know, but I don't pay attention. But also, I don't pay attention to beef.
What you got here say that I want? Because no, remember, if you're friendly with everybody now, you know.
I'm not friendly with everybody.
You say you're cool with everybody.
I'm cool with everybody.
All right, so if you're cool with everybody, right? And you go heal Jardy. But Jardy and John have beef. And then when you go heal John now, John and say, oh, them man they are deal with me. You're going to know.
Right, but even if I did, I'm not going to say it.
Oh.
That's the other thing too. Sorry.
Okay. Not tea for me, but you know.
No, I don't like to talk people business.
People business is nice.
No.
I'm rich off of people business.
Huh?
I'm rich off of people business.
I know.
Rich.
But I'm saying I don't actually enjoy it. I know, I'll be honest, like I don't enjoy it at all.
People business pay the bills, I tell you. But all right, so what about the men now who help you? Who give them a little big up? Because sometimes we kind of talk about the people them who, you know, try to take advantage. The man them want to hear some names. Now you can talk about them?
Sure, yes, of course. I can speak about men.
Let's speak about the man them.
So first, the first person to really, I don't know, help me. I mean, by help me, meaning encourage me to be in certain spaces, whatever, I would say Jason Panton, who is the founder of Dubwise Miami, Dubwise Cafe. You know Jason?
That guy.
I don't know.
You never meet him?
No, you mean
You're not dog.
I don't know who you.
My dreads?
Yeah.
Me talk to that brother pan what name? But there's someone that used to talk pan COVID. Me? Of course, my dog.
Okay, so he's your complexion.
Yeah. Me not dog.
Guys.
I'm a black man.
I think you're like medium dark.
I talk to him pan. That's something him. Na COVID. They like chat them.
Oh, Spaces.
No, not Spaces. No, the app.
Oh, yes.
Clubhouse.
Clubhouse.
Yeah, well, I was start me.
Wow, what a time to be alive.
Me, him, Shensia, Maya, and where was that? DJ Frost is that?
Okay, period. So Jason. Yes, he does. So Jason.
Jason, man, I'm my friend, man. I'm my friend, Jason.
Jason.
I'm my friend.
Yeah, so Jason.
Yeah.
One of the first people when I came back, you know, I was showing him exactly what I was up to. He would just say, all right, forward to this event, go to that event, go on the microphone. You know, like one time there was a Dubwise where Chronix was hosting and him just pushed me onto the stage, like with Chron and bare people like Kabaka, whatever, Riddy Maroon. And I just like, you know, freestyled or whatever the case is. So Jason, for sure, one of the realest people I know that has just always supported me throughout the years. Jesse Royal, who is like one of my best friends, you know, in music. But my first tour in Europe outside of London, he added me to his tour, which was, you know, a huge opportunity right before the pandemic too.
Yeah.
So 2019, yeah, he had a couple dates and I was added to like a 7-date tour between like Switzerland, Sweden, Denmark, I think maybe Germany, I can't remember. So Jesse for sure. Protege, definitely, you know, so what was interesting is when we did that Rock and Groove thing, as you guys know about with me.
The BBC?
Yeah, the BBC thing. So it was one of those like very organic moments that came together because I was doing my thing. As you know, Leela and Sev at the time were signed to him. And there's a lot of people were just paying attention to us. Like they kept like, we're on Buzz Magazine and Women in Reggae. And, you know, they were kind of like putting us in a group. And I think he just saw that, wow, there's a moment happening here. So we need to capitalize on that and also like cement it because it wasn't planned. In other words, I don't know Leela from before that time. You
That's
know
the
what
first
I'm
time you met
saying?
her?
No, I met her
Okay.
at that Dubwise thing. That
Oh,
same
okay.
thing. But that's the first time I met her. So I didn't know much about her. I knew Seb from a longer time, taller. I was going to say tall.
It works.
I knew Seb from a taller time through church again. But once again, like I was basically very, very new to the scene. So, but I was just pushing, like just performing, doing what I could, like putting myself out there. And so, you know, he brought us together, added Jazz Elise to the mix, you know, so that was a huge moment for all of us. And I think it really helped to change the trajectory of all of our careers. But that was not without us already having established our individual brands, you know, so I applaud him for having that vision. You know what I'm saying? So that was dope. Other men in the industry. So my album, I just worked with Runkus and Toddler T on this. And Runkus, for example, like has been like, I don't want to be like a brother, because I know men
Did you
don't
go
like,
campaign with him?
like a couple years above him.
Okay.
But yeah. So
I know him too. He used to live near me.
Oh, in
Portmore.
Yeah, there we go. So Runkus is one of my favorite co-writers for sure. Just a great friend, but has always been there. And played a huge role on this project, 1000%. So him, Todd T, and the last person that comes to mind is Washi Fire. So we did a mixtape project.
No, him too. No, off him. I met him.
Yeah. So in the pandemic, while she was on lockdown, you know, when the borders had closed. So he was here with his family. We were all here. And, you know, he approached me and just said, yo, do you want to do a mixtape project? We listened through a bag of songs.
Why, the major is a mixtape?
Yeah, we have one.
Yeah, one. Yo, them things is tough. I listened to who have one? Jesse have one.
Chronics have one.
Have one. I can't see them word for word.
Yeah,
so
really?
Yeah, sick.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, you should do one, for real.
We do have one.
So when did I drop?
It already came out
It come out already?
in 2021.
Bumbleclad.
Jordy, are you the research?
No, I know some of the research. That's real. Let me tell you.
It's okay. It's
Now,
okay.
gotta be real. I want people to understand this. When you come on, let's be honest, me don't know one fuck. Here where reach me, the business them high, and sometimes I tell you, me just there, I say business them on my mind. But the greatest thing about me is I listen.
Right.
Is it me? Come on,
There we
teach
go.
me something. Listen and silent have the same letters for a reason. Yeah. Yeah. All right. See, we teach it. So once we are going to know, so now me know, just like the audience know.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Fair.
So just imagine me as the comment section where I say ask questions away.
Fair.
Forget for now.
Fair.
But no, I'm gonna take that thing for real.
Yeah.
So yeah, freestyle to pon like the rap rhythm too.
Mm-hmm.
I lie, I'm gonna take that.
I have a freestyle on, you know, Busta Rhymes, Give Me Some More?
Sing it for me.
No. You know Busta Rhymes, Give Me Some More?
Sing,
You know
sing
that-
the song now?
No, I don't remember it.
Yeah, say that.
It was a freestyle, me no remember it.
So you remember the song? You remember the
I
song?
remember the rhythm.
Alright, give me the rhythm.
You cannot duplicate the Give Me Some More.
I
You know it?
You can't.
I would perform it.
Yeah.
You can't do the rhythms because they're so...
feeling, yo.
Yeah, but the Give Me Some More is... La 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 la, give me some more.
Oh yeah, me know that.
Give me some more.
So do it. Me know it now.
So you're like, sing it.
Yeah, same
No.
thing.
Bro, Jano.
Check out Stargirl, people.
Check out the Stargirl mixtape. It's
No,
on
man.
Major Laser's YouTube
Oh, I mean, they're on SoundCloud?
and SoundCloud. So big
I
up
mean, never
Walsh.
see it.
Yeah, and big up Walsh File.
No, man. Let me see. When? 2021?
Mm-hmm.
Let me see how much stuff you SoundCloud. When the Chronics one come out?
Long time.
Before you're in?
Mm-hmm. Way
I know
before.
two Chronics
Way
mixtape.
before that.
Roots and Chalice
Mm.
and the Major Lazer one. Roots and Chalice come out after that or before you're in?
Major Lazer one is before the Central section.
Probably these tap you
I'm trying
SoundCloud
to
them time. Like, one time you see the SoundCloud. You know me the first Jamaican company no Post Malone?
Okay.
True.
Okay.
Yeah, they might give me an award for it.
Okay.
One of them
There
there.
you go. Have you been
Post
to one of his
Malone
concerts?
and Travis Scott.
You been to a concert
No.
to them? Oh, you
Like-
want to?
Yeah, bring me.
No, I'm just asking
Oh,
if that's something you would like to
It's
do.
all like you have a ticket, put on something. That's the opportunity in my life. Do you want to meet
No, I
Barack
just think if
Obama?
that's something you want to
You
do.
wanna be Travis Scott?
Do you want to meet Travis Scott? I can make that happen right now. But let's talk about this album.
Yeah, let's talk about that one.
Cherry on top.
Cherry.
Cherry on top. What's up with you and Fruits? Let's start there.
Yeah, which that's a good place to start.
Yeah. Does it take you back to the backyard?
You
in
know
New
what?
Kingston?
So I never intended to write another Fruit song. That was not my plan. That was not my intention. Because I felt like Paradise Plum, classic. She's just like that song will forever remain. You know what I mean? But Cherry, I'm trying to like, so when I wrote that song, I was going through nothing negative, but I was going through like in my, I don't know, I'm always doing stuff in my head, by the way. Like I always have a bit of a focus, like what mindset I want to shift. I don't know if you function like that, but I'm always like, this is my focus for this month or for this quarter or whatever the case is. Because I feel like if you understand, sorry, talk a little bit now, neuroplasticity, you know what that is?
Something with your brain though.
Right. So basically what it is.
People have been understand.
So right. So basically.
End part, 100%.
Neuroplasticity is the concept that our brains have the capacity to change and shift and your mind can actually change. So in neuroscience, long time ago, they used to believe that once you stay so, you stay so. And actually, you don't really just stay how you stay.
Yeah, true.
Right. So in neuroplasticity, if you pay attention, if you actually want to. So like...
other pronunciation, they put on, you know. Say one more time.
Neuroplasticity.
Yeah, could that, you know.
Say it. Sorry, say it.
I try.
Neuroplasticity.
All right, then. Come now, man.
Plasticity. So pretty much, once I read a book a long time ago about it. And so sometimes if I'll see myself having a thought or a type of a mindset that don't really help me, I will focus on adjusting that. So you as a money man would know, say,
all right, now.
There's a point in time.
I have money for people, do not say that.
Oh.
They will call my phone.
But you would know that there was a time where you had to like decide, say, yo, you're going to have wealth. Like,
yeah, 100%.
That's what I'm saying. But you had to, your mind had to decide that first, correct?
Yeah.
Right. So therefore, that's part of neuroplasticity. I can't say no. Did I spit on you?
No. Sorry. No, you're good.
But that's part of it, is like deciding. So I go back to Cherry. I gave you a science lesson. So in other words, with Cherry on top now, I think whatever I was dealing with in my head, it had to do with me being so convinced that like, there's never going to be another Naomi Cowan on this planet ever again. I born the day I born. I stay the way I stay. I look the way I look. I talk the way I talk. I was just at a point of really like, I don't want to call it confidence. It was just beyond that. It was just being like, there will never, oh my God, like nobody else is like me. That's incredible. So if you have me in your life, if I'm in your life, that's it. The one time. You know what I'm saying? So I was just in that zone in my head at the time, because I saw how it could affect, especially as an artist too, not just with relationships, but especially in the music industry. There's a lot of comparison that you can get into, trying to catch up with trends. Because every other day there's going to be another like buzzy artist, and there's going to be another trendy thing. There's going to be a Thames, there's going to be a Tyler, there's going to be a, you know? So it's like I realized that I had to shift my focus to just anchoring in who I was. So with that said, we start write this song, and I was just going off like, just with me and Runkus actually, we're writing a song and just talking about like, yeah, like you'll never find another one like me. So I kept saying you never find another one like me. And I think he was the one.
That's some Jack Ure shit though. Jack Ure got a song just like that.
You know what? It wasn't the same though. Anyway.
Jack Ure gonna need his percentage, man.
No, so.
I heard that and I said, oh my God, they stole Jack Ure's song.
I didn't steal Jack Ure's song.
You know Jack Ure's song, right?
Yeah, but it's not the same.
Okay.
But the point
is...
But
it's a Jack Ure sample.
It's not a Jack Ure sample.
It's okay to be a Jack Ure sample.
It's not a Jack Ure sample.
Say back what you said a while ago.
You never find listen.
Anyway. You never find.
What's different melody? Can you sing Cherry on Top?
No one in this life.
Can you sing Cherry on Top?
We saw where the inspiration come from.
That did not come from Jack Ure.
Alright, sing your one. Let me hear your one.
You never find a cherry on top like me. Cherry on top. That's not the same as Jack Ure. You'll never find
listen, I don't know if Jack Ure can say this. I don't know what facility in there, if a maximum or a minimum, but Jack Ure, you're still influencing reggae music out there.
He is. I never said he was not, but he didn't influence this song.
It's fine.
Anyhow.
Yeah, right. Let me teach you a word now. Subconscious. Yeah. All right.
Pronounce it again.
Subconscious.
Okay, nice.
So you might do something, but you don't realize
No,
so
okay,
do something.
fair. You are right. That's one thing with music. Everything is borrowed.
Yeah.
In art.
Okay.
You have that.
Alright.
Whether this was Jackie or inspired, I cannot say.
Okay.
Because Cherry on Top has a vintage feel. So I just go back to say that I wasn't trying to do another fruit song. I just wanted a song that represented the mindset I was working on at the time, which was own your shit. Like, there's no other Naomi Cowan. There'll never be another Naomi Cowan.
In this lifetime, right?
Girl, how you manage?
Honestly.
Okay, so
In this lifetime.
I'm going to give her a remote to my gate.
So like, you have your trauma to know.
Yeah.
I'm just saying though.
So I say,
One thing when you find something now, let go.
It's fine. No, I'm just saying.
it's fine.
I love the Jackie songs. You know. Shout out to Jackie, man.
Yo, this is so annoying.
I'm just saying.
Shout out to Naomi.
Shout out to Naomi,
Yeah.
who is a cherry on top of all things. Everything. Clock it.
Clock it. There we go.
Yes, and that's what I want the girls to know.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's where cherry came from.
And then how it turned to a body of work.
Okay, so the Turn It Up, I knew I was going to make an album, especially when I was working on the Bob Marley film. I was in London for almost half of the year, basically living there because we're in a hotel every day, living there. And I knew that it was time for me to do an album. And then worse, doing this movie about one of the greatest people in reggae music, I just knew that it was my time to invest deeper into the genre.
And probably a good time to capitalize, like the whole movie being.
Yes and no, because I mean, it's funny because even everyone I was working with, we were thinking to put it out like right after the movie came out. There's so many delays and different things that have happened. But I knew I was going to do an album even before I got the role.
Okay.
Yeah, because I just had it in my mind. I was ready to do an album. And when I was about to settle down and do the album, meaning like just lock down and start writing and stuff like that, I got the role and I had to leave.
Yeah,
So,
I think you should have, hindsight is 2020, but I think you should have dropped it right after, because if you look on the wave there, like the Marleys them really take the wave then, and you see like the younger generation, like YG just get praised in the moonlight, and I think Gang and Stevie dig up on tour, Traffic on tour, and it's just a lot. So I think reggae honestly dropped the ball
in that window.
Yeah, because I feel like that window was just, who didn't know about Bob Marley kind of get a little insight in his life, I come from, say, who are some other characters in his life, and then I'm going to say with YG coming out, and then YG have the backing and mother, and them go all over the world, Coachella, like enough people get back that vibes, and it was just really just them, like nobody else really use that. So I think that was a good
You should
time.
come into the reggae music industry and be an advisor.
Here's the thing with me and with advising people. Me can't bother, Me can't take it stress, me, I tell you.
Because I think what more of us reggae artists could do, and it's something I try to do every so often. I think if in reggae we took some of the like take a dancehall approach to marketing ourselves and marketing ourselves and marketing our music, it would be quite interesting.
Reggae artists need to want art. We don't want art. That's the problem. We don't just want to go Europe and go whatever splash, whether flavor splash, city splash, something splash, right? We don't go to now get to the money and we don't live in whichever hill. Can you live on a hill, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I know so. Everybody live on a hill with the reggae.
Every reggae artist, it's a thing,
May I tell you?
Our phrase on this podcast.
Yeah. Don't even come on for the hill. You see me? So at that, we're not really competitive, and we don't have the vloggers them. I say we don't utter and fall off. A dancer artist can put out the #1 song for the year, but you are one and one put out, bro. Them on the wash up, brother. So it always like, how long can this man put out the album?
8 years.
8 years. Them somebody, I can't name somebody on the dance side, they're mad.
That's what I'm saying. I just said.
Yeah,
So you come on over to our side.
Huh?
Come on over.
Yeah, I time for that, so. Me good to go over there and start sing too. Me have the locks already,
You could do it,
Yeah, we're getting on for sing. You said the same
Don't
thing
say
over.
that.
No, no, listen.
Whoa.
No, first of all, no music not hard for sing. Let's get that.
No,
No, I mean,
live.
oh, live? Live? I done pre-record my something. I'm gonna make over pre-record time and sing it over. It's about emotions. I can give you emotion on the stage. But when I say, I'm gonna clarify. Because I don't want
What
disrespect
kind of reggae?
artists.
I'm trying to look at you and see what.
No, man,
would be.
gang, I'm a second favorite
You would be
artist
a
of all time.
gangite?
What is that? Don't do that now, Be careful. No, man, I listen to every Junior Gang album. Even the one where him def on name super heavy, you know that one there? But him and Mick Jagger, they make like this crazy
Oh, I haven't listened
group.
to that one, yeah.
Yeah, gang of my artists. But when I say reggae easy, it's just like, it's topics. Cause even big up to Taras my friend. Cause I always try to differentiate reggae and dancehall. Cause most reggae artists do dancehall before and vice versa, right? But Taras did I say it's based off of the topic. So genres have topics.
Yeah.
So case in point. R&B and gospel, same exact thing. One is talking about a man and a woman, and one is just talking about
a man
Jesus.
on a cross.
Isn't me? So if you look on Whitney Houston song like All the Man I Need, that can be a gospel song. Literally.
True.
Like,
No, many love songs can be gospel songs.
You get me where I'm coming from?
Yes.
So that's why I'm saying easy. Just like once you know what this represents, because Coffee come out as a dancehall artist with toast, but the messaging is really reggae.
Correct.
You see me? Because you don't know, she not talk about Toll Road. Yeah, for dance, you have to talk about Toll Road as a dancehall artist and the Beast and the Mockers them. And, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
With reggae now, you talk about the Empress them. You talk about love.
Right.
You talk about Queen. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, I think for the male reggae artists, I mean, it's funny because my music, I feel like I make reggae for the girls. Because my topics are not the traditional reggae topics. So even when my album was being reviewed by those magazines like in Europe and stuff like that, one of the journalists was like, well, when are we going to hear like more conscious music from Naomi Cowan? And I said to her, well, what I write comes from a certain state of consciousness. I said, I just don't feel the need to preach to anybody. So I'm not really the preaching type, if you notice. Not for any particular reason. I just write what flows in the moment. So I don't think about, because I'm reggae, I need to do chant down Babylon, Ray, whatever.
Breathe a little.
Can't say.
That's a Bob Marley song, by the way, too, you see?
Yes.
And guess what?
Yes,
if I told Beyonce that, he wouldn't be like, Bob Marley. You know what I'm just saying? Let's big up Jackie, man.
I make an effort.
I
make an effort to write songs that are relatable to the modern day young woman, but within the genre of reggae. So, for example, Version, which is a song from the project, if you've listened to it, Version.
I hear it, but I listen
you hear
to
it.
Two different things.
Do you know what it's about?
Yeah, go tell me.
No, I want you. Do you know the topic?
No. Because honestly, I listen to it and I walk.
No, because Jordy was at the live listening session.
I know sir, Jordy chipping apart now. Jordy, what is Version about?
Jordy, what's Version about?
I couldn't tell you what version.
I sit down with the album here.
I'm saying that.
Okay, so
Version, that exact song, I don't remember what it's about.
Well, that song is about procreation. Right. So that song is...
Procreation are like, as procreation and fucking is two different things.
It's about both.
Oh, okay.
So you have to listen to the song.
They made it run here from Bubble Hill, you have to know,
No, but they would support that.
You have to find this, the middle ground.
But that's what I tried to do in my stuff, is to find a balance. In other words, so when I was writing that song, I felt like, where is there in our catalog of songs in Jamaica, not just reggae, where is that song that says, from a woman's perspective, saying to a man, not to like dig out my belly and stab out my meat or anything like that.
No, but you have songs for that, man.
That's what I'm saying, but there's no woman.
No, I mean, I say like what you are though.
No, there isn't. From a woman's perspective, name one.
Cartel come breed me, like what
that's
about?
Cartel singing it.
No, Cartel not sing a party. That was Hindu.
It's the same, but it's the same.
You have Lisa, I breed me, you are if you breed me. I tell you, there's so many of them.
Right, but my song doesn't say any of those words.
But they say synonyms.
Yes.
Okay.
So what I'm saying is I wanted to find a reggae way of saying that because at the same time, we're all humans and we have those shared desires. So I did that with my sound and with my genre in a way that can be listened to and appreciated by more people.
Fair.
Even though I feel like everybody loves Cartel Come Breed Me.
Yeah. So what are any features?
On the album,
Yeah.
I do have a lot of features, you know. I just have Runkus on there and I have Johnny Osborne. I don't know if you know who that is.
Johnny Osborne. Name sounds so familiar.
He's an OG, like,
that's actually
don't play, playing in the ghetto tonight. Na, 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 na. He's a 1970s, 80s.
I know the name.
Yeah.
That's it?
Yeah.
So one for the big names. The Protojays, the Chronics.
Yeah, I mean, so when I was putting together this project, everybody's been approached for different features, but the timing was just not necessarily working out. And so for me, I'm kind of, once again, like I'll just do my own thing. So if the timing wasn't working out to either record it or for the release period, because you know what tends to happen with features too is like, you have an album coming out, I have an album coming out, this, that. There's a lot of other things in music that affect all of our abilities to collaborate. So when it wasn't working out for different features, I just low it because there's remixes that can come from that and stuff like that. I'd just rather the music be out. So I kind of feel like, I think this project is like my version of Miseducation by Lauryn Hill, meaning it's a love letter. It's a very personal.
This album yet?
Huh?
I say good though. I never listen to album like full.
Oh, it's legendary. Well, it's just quite personal.
I mean, I've heard it live.
Yeah.
I went to our tour. I heard it live.
The comparison has been made to me, not me. Like people have said it to me over the last week since I put it out.
YG wanted that?
YG?
Yeah.
I don't talk to YG.
Oh, that would be a good person to tell you, that's what I'm saying.
Fair.
I want her son if she got my kid too.
Right. No, I didn't.
But it is in a similar vein, especially topics wise.
That's exactly what it is. So I didn't even realize that she doesn't have a bunch of features on that either. So
you have like an X Factor song?
Oh yes, it's called Up to the Time.
Right.
That is about timing and like how time is a master. And you just have to low things and let time and God take care of, tie a bow on it. Don't manipulate.
Wow.
You should, that's something you should listen to.
Oh.
I was just saying you would appreciate. I never said that. I said up to the time, leave it to the time.
Oh. Yeah, but why me for listen to it though?
I think you'd appreciate it.
Why would I appreciate it?
I just feel like he would.
No, expound.
I just feel like I feel like you could use that advice. I don't know. It's just
advice.
It's my intuition.
That's crazy.
That's just my intuition.
So, which song on this is like the song for you, like favorite song, for whatever reason?
Yeah. Boy, Version keeps standing out as my favorite.
You want to make a baby?
Yeah, I do, but not because of that. I think I just love the writing on it. I love the writing on that song. And I think it keeps surprising people. So that's one. And you're going to get married, right?
Eventually.
I wrote a song for your wedding. So that song is called...
You can probably perform there.
I just said, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I have a song on there called Imagine, which is a big, big love song, a big ballad type vibe. And it's nice to do a ballad as a proper singer, if you appreciate.
Yeah, I told you Whitney Houston's my favorite artist.
There we go.
See, I be telling you this stuff. See, it's right here. It's Whitney Houston.
Aww. She's so beautiful. Oh my God.
So sad.
Yeah. So Version keeps standing out, but there's no tunes on there that I think are phenomenal. Cherry on Top, True Lies. True Lies is a good one, a controversial-ish one.
True Lies kind of toxic still.
It's very toxic.
What that one about?
I'll be honest, it's extremely toxic.
No.
I'm so sorry. It's so
okay.
toxic.
No, I actually appreciate that you would convey that through reggae, because I think a lot of people try to make it seem like reggae is this super positive thing. You get me?
What about? What is it about?
How would you describe it, Jordy?
If I should describe it, I think it's about what I got from it relationship-wise. The discourse of like, I don't usually do these things, but obviously she does those things.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, like-
So it's True Lies.
Yeah, literally.
It's like,
I need to listen to this album.
I think you need to
It's
listen
one
to
of my-
it.
One of my favorite songs on the album.
Thank you.
Not take it in properly, man.
So yeah, I think I just got as honest as possible. I tried and I made an effort to not do what is expected because of my genre. But because at the end of the day, like, experiences I'm having, I'm not the only one experiencing certain things in life. You know, we all have shared experiences. We might be different as people, but we have shared experiences. And certain topics we just don't go into, a certain type of storytelling we don't do because we're so afraid of what people are going to think and blah, blah, blah. But at the end of the day, as an artist, your job is to hopefully find something that people can connect to. So if I sit down just trying to write songs that are like acceptable, then I'm not really A, being me, and then B, not finding my tribe. Because that's my goal, is to find the listeners that I truly resonate with. Not that I don't resonate with people that already listen to my music, but I know there's more people out there for me to find. You know, people that have been in similar life situations as I have. So,
Okay. You know, I kind of realized something I never asked you, like, who you look up to music-wise?
many people.
I mean, Jack here for one.
Yo.
So you can give me a top 5.
Okay.
No.
Just give me a second. Okay, so my musical influences. All right, so Alicia Keys is a big musical influence of mine. A guitar playing singer. Her name is Corinne Bailey Rae. She's one of my biggest influences. Another one, her name is Leanne La Havas. They're both from England, but they have a similar vibe.
Yeah.
Remember I said that's where I start on the guitar in that way. Pharrell, actually. Primarily just because he's so innovative and just always leveling up and always shifting and stuff like that. So I just always found him I used to have the biggest crush on him. Like when I was in high school, but then separately from that as an artist. And then definitely Marcia Griffiths.
Sorry if I be sure one more time, but it's the last time, I promise you no. You see Nova ship JA, ship with her. I buy up a bag of things, Christmas tree, look at them ornament, and then look at something there and a Nova ship it. And we know customs kind of congested right now, worse with the relief are coming from Hurricane Melissa, but Nova still an insurance when you can get to the package at a good, swift time. Work with Nova Ship JA. Use the code JFRAY and get 10% off on your first or your second or your third order. Back to the show. That's the only one?
Definitely Dennis Brown. Bobby's everybody's inspo, so that's an easy one. Alaine is one of my inspirations. Even though, like, I know her, don't mean she don't inspire me. I'm a huge fan. I'm a huge fan of hers. I just hold it when I'm around her, you know what I mean? But she's an incredible singer, an incredible songwriter. Definitely one of my faves from a writing perspective, singing perspective. Proper artist. Dennis Brown.
You know who else?
There's no people.
You know who else?
I think.
You know.
No, I don't.
You don't? That's crazy.
I don't know how we got here.
You know how we got here. Sampling.
Oh, sorry, that's my sister. See? Family had to come and seal it up.
Exactly. Seal it up.
Shameless ER plug, when you did the interview, Anthony, he asked you about family, like how big you wanting to have a family.
Yeah.
It's literally through the album you talked about it.
Yes.
But like how did you use that as an inspiration to make the music? Like, what about it? Like made you feel like, do you feel like that needs to be spoken about more in the space, or was it just a personal thing?
I mean, like, meaning me as a woman, like people talking about having families or making babies?
That's just, I don't think that's
really actually, you know what? You're right. Because so today, a friend called me and she's like, this album is social commentary. And I was like, what? I was like, there's all war, Gaza, bear things. And she said, no, Naomi, And she was like, right now, women are sometimes, not all women, but she feels as though in music, you don't really hear women talking about being in love anymore. Or you don't, like, we're at war. I feel like man and woman at war with each other. Like, every post is like,
Man hate we.
man hate we, me hate man, rah, rah, rah. And even sometimes, like, if I'll talk to a guy, I feel like he's like, I don't even say anything and him just, and I'm like, who hurt you, bro?
Yeah.
You know, I think there's a huge disconnect happening right now because I think we've been raised as women of this generation to, like, we've separated independence from, like, any kind of, like, love and family and longer term partnership. So I feel like if you choose an independent route, you cannot be someone who desires that at all. So I do think that maybe that just came from me naturally. Coming out of that, remember it's camping me going, so all of my friend them is, all my friends are just highly accomplished, hardworking, beautiful, solid women. You know what I mean? Like we're all of that extreme work ethic. But at the same time, we've all sat down and been like, whoa, that was a lot. Like we sit down and we're like, yo, why are we so crazy? Like, why did we get so crazy about doing all these things? Because we are just trained into being like that. So to answer your question, Jordy, I do think that maybe from like an intuitive perspective, I felt like it was time to introduce that back to the space. Because even, like when you look at the last 5-10 years of music, you're not really hearing a woman just say, damn, like it would be nice. Right? It just feels like it's great. I'm always building myself up like cherry on top, Ray. But there are a lot of those songs in the album are just about also like I can chill with you and we can chill and we can do this. But it doesn't take away from me being me and you being you. So I think it is time. Like I'd love to hear more. Like when last you hear some of these, like, Whitney, Celine and Mariah just say like, I love you. Like, like just ball out for love and that's okay.
Yeah.
Anita Baker.
What on hear them?
No, but she's
That's one
no,
because my God, man.
Music is not about yearning anymore. It's just
Thank
about,
you.
like,
Bring
I'm
back the
against
Uranus.
men or against
Yeah,
men.
I get it,
Yes.
but I told my girl. I get on my next time.
No, but you're right. As you said, yearning is the word. Like there's not much of it. And truthfully, when this album came out like a week ago, I was like feeling so, and I still feel that ways right now. I'm like, yo, I can't believe I just put out all these songs. Because those are the stuff that I have been writing, but I just didn't really put out. Like those are the songs from my voice notes. And then I'll go into the studio and they're like, oh, artist company's juggling. I may write some other stuff like, like my other regular stuff. So like this project has taken me way out of my comfort zone because this is stuff I would never like really not want the world to hear, but then maybe.
So basically, it's just like, to summarize everything, it's like, yo, the project is about your love, man. That's basically what I got. Which is fine. Because we really not get that these days, but that's. You get that right, Jody?
It's multi-layered. It's more than that.
Okay.
I think I want to, huh?
I feel like it's more about being vulnerable.
Yes, it's about womanhood. Yeah, and like being able to be strong and soft at the same time. Right. And you can't, and none of it, one doesn't take away from the other. I think that's the main thing that I want, hopefully, somebody to feel from it. Like you can be this soft, loving, juicy lady, but at the same time, all of the other things on your plate are just as worthy. Like you don't have to trade one for the other.
Well, we're going to take in the album, but before we wrap up,
take it in, please.
I want to ask you about the Bob Marley movie and what was that experience like?
Oh, it was great. It was, the way I describe it, it's like one big music video with the biggest budget you could imagine. So everything I've ever experienced from commercials to my own videos to it was that times 10. So I'll be honest, it was really fun to be on that project because you kind of just got to show up as a talent and just do your thing, and then on top of that, I learned a lot just about the film, the acting side of the film industry. And we had a coach and all that kind of stuff. So it was quite fulfilling. and especially being a reggae artist from Jamaica, to be there as part of it was very special to me. And what was interesting too was there were some moments where I had to step up as a Jamaican and correct things that were happening, like when it came to my character, which was challenging, of course, because you're.
Sorry.
Yeah, so I did have an experience where I had to challenge like one of the foreigners on something that was incorrect historically for like 2-3 weeks, which caused a bit of a
Vibe.
It caused a ruckus. It did cause like a whole thing, but eventually it was actually settled by one of the Marleys. So I was right, but it was crazy, like because they were kind of trying to treat me as like, oh, this is like a girl from Jamaica, like yeah, and it was something to do with the hair. And I was like, this is not how my character's hair was. And I was like, da 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 da. And I said, listen, like we can't be inaccurate and I kept saying to them, like, Jamaican people are unforgiving. You cannot I was like, cannot mess this up. I brought pictures, email, I spoke to Auntie Marcia, all this kind of stuff. It was this huge back and forth. And then when the Marleys got to London on set and saw, they were like, what is going on with her hair? Cut this right away. And all of it got fixed like within a second. But that was my first experience. I think, like when you hear actresses talk about Hollywood and how they have to stand up for, like Taraji P. Henson is always talking about that. And
She just complained about her pay though.
Right. Oh, that's true. Right. But you hear a lot of complaints and I didn't really know what that was about. But that's what it was. Like I felt patronized. I felt belittled. But I just kept speaking up. Every time we had a rehearsal, every time we had a hair and makeup thing, I said, lady, this needs to fix. And that was it wasn't bad because it was quite empowering at the end of it. Yeah. A bit, what's the word, validating.
So what do you feel about the story? Like, based like, how your dad knows.
Oh, right. You didn't like this film.
Nah.
Right. Somebody told me that. I can't remember who.
Probably was me. I did a video on it.
I didn't watch it.
I was super high watching the movie, man. It was just so trash to me. Oh. Personally. Cause I know Bob's story. And I just feel like this was just like a cleaned up version, but I mean, yes.
I do believe it was a cleaned up version of it. I do think that what they were doing was finding a way to make it palatable. You know what I'm saying? And I think it was the right move for the time because here's the thing. There's still opportunities for this to become a series where you can tell more details about the story. You know what I'm saying? And so to me, I think as an introduction or reintroduction to the full, to the world about reggae, about Jamaica, about Bob Marley, they took that safe route so that it had longer legs.
No,
you know what I mean? So, that's what I think.
I watch anything for O.J. Simpson. If I have O.J. Simpson name on the stories there, I'm gonna watch that. And that feel like
you're one part, like one little percentage of the audience.
Yeah, but people like me like.
Everybody loves what you love?
No, it's mass appealing. That's all I'm saying. I mean, if you look upon the reviews, I don't know. You can't tell me. Was the reviews like raving reviews?
I didn't watch reviews.
Yeah,
I didn't look at reviews.
I don't think it was raving reviews. I just think there could have been more. We see Sydney Breakspeare come out and she's saying there could have been more.
Right.
On her side.
Right.
So that's how it was. That's how it could have been more. And then I never liked the fact there were so many British people in it.
I would have loved for it to be longer. Because it felt it was short to me. Like when we watched the final thing, so a lot was cut. So the one thing I'll say is it could have been a toots longer. Because when it was done, we were all like, no. Because I saw it for the first time at the premiere here. Okay. I never saw it before. But there are, I don't think, so what I do know is that how do I say this without getting in trouble?
Then just don't say it.
Yeah, I can't say anything more.
Just don't say it.
That's fine.
So how your dad take it?
You have to ask him. Bring him here.
You can't tell me himself. My father.
Yeah, I know, but I can't speak on his behalf.
Okay. I guess so. Anything else in acting?
Not so far. I did a small role in a British series that was filmed here a couple months ago called Inheritance. But I've just been auditioning and then seeing what comes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we have Naomi Cowan.
You know the name of the album?
Cherry on top.
No.
And
So I was wondering, he said Cherry on Top, the album.
And I saw name.
No, actually,
Paradise.
it's called Welcome to Paradise.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you the bills, man. Billy, man. The bills, them.
No, so start, so we need, who is editing? You?
Oh, me? No
No.
worry, man. Don't worry about. When I edit, not you know, let's talk about what you want to go. But when I edit,
No, because I need to make sure you have a better entry into the album.
okay.
Like, so tell me about the album. Welcome to Paradise. All right, go.
Now keep this to you.
Go, no.
This is content.
Go on.
Huh? Already?
Your turn.
Alright, give me a count now. Somebody give me a count now.
4, 3, 2, 1.
So tell me about the album. Welcome. So I got welcome.
Welcome to
Welcome to Paradise. Ready?
Yeah, okay,
1, 2, 3. So tell me about the album. Welcome to Paradise.
I said it's my first album.
Mm-hmm.
It's a reggae love letter. One of your favorite songs is on there, Cherry on Top.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay. And tell them when them can stream it.
You can stream the album every single place you find music.
Mm-hmm.
So if you use Tidal, Spotify, AudioMac, YouTube Music, everywhere.
Okay.
Apple.
I'm gonna buy the album.
Apple Music too. You can buy it on
I'm
Apple
gonna buy it. I'm gonna buy it tonight. I'm gonna buy it.
And
I'm gonna
screenshots.
screenshot it and post it.
in your
And tell them
stories.
for what.
Touring? You know, touring for it?
Yeah, we're doing a show. Well, next week I might not be here.
Next week in Brazil,
Brazil, New York,
Miami.
Miami. So little pop-ups.
Okay.
Yeah. Not pop-ups. I mean, I'm performing real shows. So
Mm.
And what can for 2026?
just more
That's more.
music, yeah.
That's right.
You may
Well-
have a Cherry on Top remix with a feature. Oh my God, did you hear a feature? With a feature.
Mm-hmm. What do you do already?
I'm not going to tell you who.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll
Yeah.
guess. As them tell me
Who
say
you think-
Chronics. I drop. I don't know what's happening, but
Yeah.
no, I'm thinking that. But it was
No,
nice to have you
Chronix,
here.
I don't think that would be an appropriate song for
Why?
Chronix. I think there would be better for him. Not better, but different.
Gotcha.
For me and him. We would have to write something from scratch. Chronix and I.
No, it's not bad. But them can't find him.
On the internet at Naomi Cowan.
Underscore, is like an underscore there? No?
I told you there's only one.
Oh,
See?
my bad.
Naomicowan.
I see. And this is Jay, and this is Naomi.
Nay. Oh.
Oh, there we go. And we're gone.